Hi, folks. Henry Muse with Verizon. Hope everybody's having a great day. And wanted to talk to you quick about Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams. My friend Rosemary Valdez is doing this presentation for our folks in California. So we wanted to make it easy for you to understand why we're the best at this, right? So when I think of Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams, a lot of things come to mind, right? Obviously, when you really look at us, Verizon as a company, we are the largest wireline and wireless carrier in the US, right? So really, like I like to say, telephony, dial tone, whatever you want to call it, is our core competency. Okay, so that's really exciting, which leads me to the next reason why is we are the only carrier in the US that can bring your corporate issued concession device phone number, i.e. your smartphone for work, and bring that number into Teams, right? Where you can manage all your users in one place. You can have the voicemail, right, for compliance stored in Teams. So it makes it very easy for all your users to be able to collaborate and feel like they're part of the organization, right? Instead of disparate, using different ways to communicate across the organization, each and every one will have the ability to use Teams, whether it's from their smartphone, if they require a physical desk phone, conference rooms, huddle spaces, all those kind of things. And if you're a hybrid worker or an ordinary, office worker with a desk phone, we have complementary solutions across the business to accommodate each and every one of what I like to call persona types, right? Not everybody's a mobile worker, not everybody's an office worker, some are both, right? So they might have to decide which phone number they want to keep, right? They might have a mobile number and an office number. And if it is the office number they want to keep, we can obviously port that over to the wireless side of the house and add the Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams $4 feature to that line of service. And if you ask me, one of the biggest things that gets me excited about our Verizon Mobile solution is that in the event, right, of a Teams outage, right, which is basically the phone system, if Teams happens to go down for 5 minutes or 5 hours, our Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams users are able to make and take calls over the native dialer until Teams comes back online. So I like to say you have built-in business continuity / disaster recovery included with our solution. Again, it's only $4, right? Who doesn't want that? And I think one of the other big things, when I think of Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams, I think of call quality, right? So if you know our wireless network, calls can go out over the voice part of the network or the data part, right? And obviously voice always takes priority. So you get a pristine, like I like to say, a PSTN quality call over our voice network, right? Whereas if you use the Teams app, that's a data call. And obviously that's best effort, right? So the users have the ability to choose which way they want to communicate. And a lot of them just go with the native dialer function, again, because they don't have to worry about voice quality. So when I think of Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams, again, the things that come to mind, number one, our core competency is telephony, dial tone. Okay, we do that better than anyone else. Number two, we're the only wireless carrier in the US that can bring your concession device phone number, i.e. smartphone number, into Teams and be managed in one location, and all your voicemail and everything else for compliance is stored in Teams. Number three, if there's a Teams outage, again, you'll be able to make and take calls using the native dialer until Teams comes back online. Number four, right, quality. With calls going out over our voice side of the wireless network, you're always going to get PSTN quality calls. And again, I think the biggest thing here that you want to remember is we have complementary wireline solutions, right? Again, Not everybody's going to have a concession device, smartphone for work. Some are going to be office workers. Some are going to be huddle spaces, conference room, break room that just don't need a mobile device, right? So that's where we as Verizon really shine, and we're the only one in the US that can do this. So there's a lot of great news about our Verizon Mobile for Microsoft Teams calling solution. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And again, in California, they're mandated to use Microsoft, right? So pretty much everybody out there has to use Teams. So you got a wide open market out there. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. If not, have a great day and we'll talk soon. Thanks again. Bye-bye.
The core of our mission is we care. This work is so meaningful, and it really does make a positive difference. Maternal and Family Health Services is a nonprofit health and human service organization. We deliver essential programs that help women, children, and families have access to high-quality health care. We've grown to cover 17 counties, serving 50,000 individuals monthly. 200 employees are spread across a wide range of counties. They're all there to support our staff working out in the field. So we need to be connected to them, and they know they could reach us whenever they need to. Our legacy phone system was at the end of support, and we weren't able to adapt it anymore.
We had one employee that went to 3 different locations, so we had 3 computers for that one user.
It was just kind of a mishmash of different types of endpoints.
We had a lot of items to consider when we were looking at the new phone system. The total cost we were looking at was in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to replace all that equipment.
They would have had to upgrade it to a cloud solution, replaced all the phones, the hardware, the network connection.
What VMMT does is their employees are able to make outbound calls outside of the organization. The employee can answer the call from any device, they can move calls between devices, and you can uplift calls from the smartphone to the Teams app. One platform for their calling, for their messaging, and their meetings.
The nurses are out in the field, and it's very important that they're connected to their laptops, that they're able to log in and provide information to the client in real time. As we have grown and our needs have grown, it's been a great partnership to work with Verizon.
Now with the new Teams phone system, they have one mobile number, opposed to just 3 of them at 3 different locations.
The physical equipment cost was much lower for the system. Phones that we used to pay several $100s for, then now we're able to replace with iPhones that are $50 a piece. The flexibility of being able to answer that call no matter what device they're using. Even if they have to work remotely, they're able to toggle themselves into the calling queue no matter where they are.
Some customers today have whole facilities set up with desks and stations and phones, hundreds of thousands of dollars set up in the event that something fails. Why not just do that on your mobile, right? The device you already have. And if Teams happens to go down, you can still make and take calls until it comes back up. So you can go to sleep at night knowing if something happens, your users are still able to make and take calls, especially in an emergency.
This project has been the vision that we've had for what we wanted our phone system to be.
There's a lot of reasons why Verizon, but I always come back to our network, and we have the best out there.
And it just works, right? Wireless is everywhere.
Overall, going with the Verizon system was much more cost effective. I think it's a great product, and it just made sense for our organization.
We're focused on care when it comes to our communities and the people we're serving, to make sure we're meeting the needs of people where they are today, and it's been a great success.